Each of you here today and all of our law enforcement officers across the nation dedicate your lives and their lives to the precept which undergirds our country, and that is respect for and adherence to the rule of law. And I know every member, not only of the subcommittee, but every member of Congress would have their own personal story about how officers have impacted their lives and would have their own personal testimony to the respect that they have for the women and men of law enforcement. I know as I was preparing for this hearing, my mind went to an officer in Greenville, South Carolina, by the name of Alan Jacobs. Alan, about this time last year, maybe a little bit more than a year ago, I learned that he was going to be a father again, but this time it was going to be different. He had 2 boys, and this time he was going to be the father of a little girl. And life had prepared Alan very well to be a father. He was an outstanding student. He was a great athlete in Greenville, South Carolina. He put that athleticism and intelligence to work for our country in the United States Army. He was deployed to Iraq for 15 months and even volunteered to live in the neighborhoods of Baghdad because he understood that all people want to live in a peaceful, secure environment. And after Iraq, Alan was deployed to Haiti because he wanted to help the Haitian people in the aftermath of their tragic earthquake. But the tug of fatherhood is strong. And it's so strong that Alan decided to return to the upstate of South Carolina. But his desire to serve and protect remained. So he left the uniform of the United States Army and he put on the uniform of the Greenville City Police Department. And he pursued that calling with the same vigor and the same strength and the same professionalism that epitomized every other facet of his life. Whether it was service on the SWAT team, or the cops on the court, as a patrol officer, for schools or for a gang resistance team, Alan would stop his patrol car from time to time, carried a basketball in the trunk, just to get out and shoot basketball with the kids that could use a father figure like the one that he was providing to his own boys and would provide to his daughter. I learned all of this about Alan in a telephone call that I had with his mother 2 days before his funeral. This man that survived Iraq and Haiti and boot camp and police officer training could not and did not survive an encounter with a teenage gang member who had just been released from jail. Never even had a chance to unholster a service weapon. Serve, defend, protect. He was ambushed. His funeral gave all of us in South Carolina an opportunity to reflect not only on his life, but Chief Thompson, the life of Jason Harris, who we just lost in your own department, responding to a call for backup from one of his fellow officers, or Russ Sorrow, or Kevin Carper, or Marcus Whitfield, or Eric Nicholson, or any of the officers in the upstate of South Carolina who gave the most precious thing they had so they could protect the most precious thing we have, which is life. Law enforcement officers are willing to do what most of us are not willing to do, and they're willing to interact with people that most of us are not willing to interact with, and they are willing to miss things in life that most of us are not willing to miss. So today we're not only here to honor you, but we're here to listen, and we're here in part to memorialize those officers who lost their lives in the line of duty, but also to respect and pay honor to those that are still with us. So I want to thank you for being here, and I am most interested in how we can help you do your jobs. There are challenges in our criminal justice system. I want a system that is not only respected, but worthy of respect. And there's not a system we have in our country that can't be improved, and I am more than willing to hear ideas on how to improve it. But there is something different about law enforcement officers. And if we lose that sight of that as a society, that not only do they wear a uniform and a badge, but they serve symbolically as a line between law and order and those folks that are not of good conscience. If we ever lose sight of that, we're in trouble as a republic. Wow.